A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this transmission, this collective reading where we're gonna be talking about those people who resonate with this reading. And this reading is about how some of you who are in the ascension journey, you are figuring out the most important thing. What is good? What is bad? Because some of the bad stuff that has happened to you has led you to ascension journey, to understand unconditional love, to heal a lot of your traumas, to heal so many wounds from the past, from the childhood. And slowly and gradually, some of you are even realizing that the things that did not work out for you, today you feel that it's good that did not work out for you. Union is literally not just black or white, or union is not just good or bad. Union happens where you are in a gray space, where you understand that good and bad both are a part and parcel of life. The stuff that you don't resonate with, you can scrap it, and the stuff you resonate with right now, you can keep it. When it's a timeless reading, it may happen that some of you, it's not for everyone, some of you actually pick up 60% of it, 70% of it, and later on via epiphany, synchronization, synchronized messages and experiences, and even moments of glimmer, you realize that, oh my god, this is what it was all leading up to. It is that gray area, the combination of black and white, the combination of good and bad. When it combines, it takes you to that experience of looking at everything with a very different perspective, very different understanding, where you can see there's always a silver lining in every cloud, and you feel gratitude like every single day. Some of you, every single day you can practice gratitude, and you can see that nothing really is so tragic, so horrible. I mean, it's all about healing. When you heal, you get the tools, you get the understanding. There's a lot of information around you that can be so helpful and so interesting. And sometimes, due to our desires and due to our limiting beliefs, we may not even see it. So it's all about moving into that frequency, having the vision to see things that you can only see with a better, improved, new version of who you are. That's where duality starts converting into singularity. They actually are a very integral part of you and your journey towards becoming your best version, your highest version, connecting with your highest self, integrating with the source. The true meaning of unconditional love, which only comes with experience. Let's get started. You are full of gratitude and you understand that your life is on a different track altogether. And this collective reading is for those people who are going through something interesting right now, because you have understood the importance of negative experiences and people in your life, and you've started seeing it with a completely different perspective. You have a new prerogative. So yes, welcome to this transmission, a collective reading designed for twin flame, star seeds, and light workers who are in the ascension journey. You are watching this as per right divine timing, so this is not a coincidence. Please mark your attendance with your location and also claim the I am present energy. Being present means to be aware, and this awareness helps you to observe your reality with discernment and without actually attachment to anything. You are a pure watcher, a pure observer. Initially, when you are on board and it's all like starting new, fresh, it's a bit hard to do this because we're all programmed and we are conditioned to remain asleep, distracted, and suffer without any control on our lives. And you know what's the best way to have control is to let go of the control. So people who are going to resonate with this reading are currently awake. They were asleep and they have lived into a limbo state. There have been multiple cycles, phases, and patterns that you've gone through, but you are able to see things much better. I'm also going to be using some tarot cards in between, and the one that I've picked up just now is the Devil. There you go, the Devil. And here, the Devil is actually telling us that there were a lot of addiction patterns that you had. There were a lot of materialistic things that you were attached to, and you were also attached to a false sense of love. You, at that point in time, thought that lust is love. Lust is not love. There you see the divine masculine and the divine feminine in distorted energies. They are clinging on to the chains of the devil, and the chains are actually quite loose. You can actually remove the chains and just walk out from there. It's all about free will, but as I was saying, the programming and the conditioning is so strong that people feel like they cannot do anything about it. They're just stuck. They don't know how to step up. So you have realized that it's the guru, the true genuine master, opened the door to the mystical realm for you, and you feel extremely thankful because after this whole experience led to death. It led to ego degeneration. It has led to the death of your ego. It has led to your initiation. You were actually thinking all this while. Before that, a lot of people thought that they are supposed to do something about it, and they were actually putting in a lot of energy in doing instead of becoming or being. So because of the master's intervention, the divine intervention, you now realize that you just simply have to surrender. You have to let go and let God, and the beautiful mystical realm is now open for you. You feel extremely thankful because when you look around you, some of the asleep people, they make you feel like really bad because they cannot stop feeling miserable. And you see people suffering and people being miserable and blind towards their own patterns. These patterns are related to behaviors. These behaviors are related to moods and their reactions. So you feel very, very, very blessed because you're not reacting in the same way that they're reacting. But you still have fears that you are working on right now. There are also attachments that you're trying to understand if these attachments are organic or they're needed for your growth or they're result of some past sins. Is it a karmic thing? What are these fears, or are they going to turn into gifts? Are these curses that will eventually become gifts? But I'm also being shown the 6 of Pentacles. You got this beautiful giver energy, the energy of unconditional love. You like to share, you like to give. You got a lot of love in your heart chakra, and you are getting integrated with source. Sometimes you get upset with the low life demons who fool humans to remain asleep. You also get annoyed by humans who have no discernment, and they can get hypnotized so easily. They just worship just about anyone. You don't like them or you don't respect them because they worship just about anyone, and you prefer to be in hermit mode rather than hang out with such people. You don't like so much talking to human beings who are asleep. You prefer to talk to humans who are in awakened energies, even if they're less in number. You prefer to be in nature. You could also be an animal lover. You love to do inner work. You enjoy your own company. Sometimes you feel lonely, but you know that there are 4 things that the sleeping human beings care about a lot. That's physical beauty, number 1, money, number 2, number 3, power, and number 4, fame. And for some people, the order can change. For some people, fame can be the most hypnotizing thing. For some people, power can be most hypnotizing. For some people, sexuality or body or looks can be most hypnotizing. For some people, it's going to be money, number 1. Now, it's not wrong to have these in abundance, and why not if they're great tools to put to use for any divine cause. But madness for bodily beauty versus inner beauty, these are 2 different things, that. And you also know that inner beauty actually leads to outer beauty for those who can recognize it. Money versus abundance, where some people are just holding on to money. You feel that it's very stupid, and it also brings many demons. It attracts a lot of demons as compared to those people who are surrounded by angelic energy because they believe in abundance, which means, in simple words, you can do what you want to do. You can do whatever you like whenever you want it at any given point in time. And same goes for power and fame. So people are going crazy for these things because they see those things in a distorted format, and they are programmed, conditioned to actually be a match to the distorted versions. That's why they are stuck, and that's why they are asleep. You are learning now in a very interesting way about how the frequency of love and fear is the deciding factor of what or which vibration a person is going to live in, and how do people actually end up making it a very deliberate thing. By choosing to be in fear, they actually remain in low frequency or 3D reality. Now, there was a time when you wanted only positive experiences. I mean, you had in your mind something called positive experience, but you realize that some of these people, the Five of Swords kind of people, the one who had a lot of vanity, a lot of arrogance, they thought that they could defeat you, they troubled you, they made you sad. People who made you feel like a failure, that you're not good enough to be around them. You realize that they've actually helped you a lot to choose your own self, to become who you are. So yeah, you have now started seeing beyond the physical vision, the visible eye. You started looking through your third eye, and you know that so many negative experiences actually propelled you to find the truth of who you are and what is the reason you are reincarnated on earth. Though you may not still know the exact reason, but for some of you you might, but you definitely feel a lot more peaceful, and you do have answers to many important questions. Those who resonate, you're also able to figure out the blueprint of the earth plane. You're not scared of what's going to happen, because all of the bad stuff that was happening, used to happen, was because of the reaction you were giving to other bad things that had happened before that. Also, you know that if something is gonna happen, if something is written, if something is predestined, something has already been decided by the stars, by source, by your own soul, that is going to happen. I mean, we are all here for a temporary time frame. We are all here on rent. We are basically rental. We have been given this body, this vehicle for our ascension journey. So yeah, you got a lot of answers. You do feel that you're more open to the challenges of planet Earth, because every time you faced a challenge, you always learn something out of it, you grew out of it. And now I think it's not so much about facing the challenges, it's more about doing your duty. You are learning as a volunteer. The more you volunteer, the more you learn. Even as a volunteer, you have to face a lot of things. You have to become like really strong. You have to extend support to a lot of people. So yeah, you have realized that meditation, stillness, and surrender to source has given you something that the material world could not give you. You know that you're blessed to be in awareness and in gratitude. You also understand some of the stuff you wanted, desires, were actually limiting you from experiencing what's best for you. So there's like a big difference. Like, we ask for things, we feel that this is the best for us, but we don't know that God's plan for us is much better than our own plans. You do have the inner power and wisdom that can take you wherever you want. You are trusting in it, and trust in it, and watch how doors of opportunities open up for you. You are also maybe interacting to people who have very negative and very dense experiences. I mean, that's how they're going to learn. That's how lessons are going to work out for them. But most probably, God has sent those people to you, not so, you can mock them or they can mock you. Sometimes people mock us by saying, how would you know? You're not experiencing this. You don't know this. You have no idea about what I'm going through. Wait till you go through this. So it creates like this feeling like, oh my God, should I even talk to this person? Some of you have also had some negative experiences in terms of you were giving advice to someone and suddenly you were in a situation where the advice you gave to the other people, you got to follow the same advice. And so it has also made you feel that you don't want to give advice to anyone until and unless they don't ask for it. Or now you're just going with the flow. Maybe this also was a test for you. Maybe removing the fear of unknown was also a part of this test. So keep embracing your own strength, and the world will have no choice but to acknowledge you, accept you. Though I'm also being told that you're not really looking for that kind of validation anymore. But sometimes you do wonder, like, what's this whole thing about expression, related to? Basically, a lot of people say that the opposite of depression or sadness is joy. But actually, the opposite of depression or healing from depression is expression. So when we are depressed or when we are negative, we cannot express. We have to think a lot. We are also looking for validation. We want to get some kind of acknowledgement, or in general we just feel like, I have to do this because it's gonna make me feel a certain way. But through the test of time, you realize that nothing you actually plan works out according to how you plan it. And sometimes those things do materialize, but it happens in a very different way. I mean, the path, the track, the railway track you start from destination A, you go to destination B, and there's a track in between. So that track is something that you have no control on. And you've realized that probably you and Source co-created this track, like your soul knows the best for you. Because our soul is made from the same speck of light that Source is made from. So yes, definitely we are similar, we are the same. So you are learning to embrace everything that's coming your way without putting any labels or tags to it. Negative, okay; positive, okay; good, okay; bad, okay; it doesn't matter anymore. So this is where I'm going to close this collective reading. For personal sessions and to get my book and to also become Patreon of my content, you can check out the links given below. I'm also coming up with a very interesting Patreon tier where I would be acting as a matchmaker, because I have like one of the best, most genuine twin flames, star seeds, and light workers. So I want people to meet each other. Even if you don't date anyone, even if you're not romantic towards anyone, you can always make good friends. So check out the Patreon link for joining the tier which is about matchmaking. Okay, and all of the details are given over there. So when you join that particular tier, you have to send me your information, and you also have to send me a photograph. I'm gonna do like a raffle, I'm gonna do like a lottery. We're gonna pick and choose people, and we're gonna put their information out there, and let's see who finds them attractive or interesting, attractive in a nice way. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victory to Ram.